One of the things I told people when we first got started is we put together a very traditional book and distributed it in a non-traditional way.
The book reps would come and say, okay, the edition you're using now is coming up for revision. And I would look at the 7th edition of the book and look at the 6th edition of the book, and there were no actual changes.
We teach at community colleges, and our tuition is roughly $100 a credit hour. To ask a student to buy a $200 book takes them out of 2 hours of class. There's nothing new in a college algebra textbook at all, and by that I mean it's at least 100 years old. It should be open source. It should be, what's the word I'm looking for, public domain. By now, everything in that book should be public domain, and therefore, we just decided that we could do a better job writing it ourselves and giving it away for free.
We'll post our code. It's posted on our website. People can download that code and they can modify the text to meet their own needs. We have people using our textbook in California, Texas, Georgia.
So even the printed copies we don't make any money on. So I think the college algebra book is about $19 at the bookstore. So most of my students bought a hardbound version of the book, even though they had the electronic version on their iPad or their phone or their laptop.
I've created a series of videos that accompany the book that are on YouTube. They can look at some sample problems and see me work out the solutions. And then there's a whole host of other free videos on YouTube that are addressing the exact same topic. And that might be a way to kind of get into this, is you start supplementing your course with some of these online materials and these open materials, and then you realize, well, maybe I don't really need them to buy the $300, $200 textbook.
What we can do is start to build up the resources for the professors that really do want to make a difference and are trying to find a lower cost alternative to build in that engagement. But this semester with the online homework, I had a much more successful group because I made them do their homework every day.
I made a joke to my college president that I'm salary neutral now, just like some people are carbon neutral because when they buy a laptop, they also spend $5 to plant a tree. That's a very cool thing, and numbers like that, I mean, those are real numbers. When you look at a college algebra class of 30 and you're charging them $100, $150 a book, there's thousands of dollars there. You multiply that by the number of sections you have, and that adds up really quickly. And that's an incentive. If you want to get into this kind of thing, that's the kind of thing you can take to your administrators, you can take to your board of trustees and say, look, I want to save the students this much money.
I think there are many, many faculty that are looking for a project like this, and their universities and colleges just need to give them the time.
So there are certainly some hurdles that we've overcome, and we've made some videos to talk about how we order our book and compile the book to get to the PDF version of it, to kind of help people with some of that stuff.
I think in 5 years, there's no reason the state of Ohio shouldn't have one big website with all sorts of free stuff in literally dozens of disciplines out there with just a great deal of sharing, collaboration amongst disciplines and colleges.